My generation is not very good at the technology. So the computer skill, English language, all of the newsletter on by email, website update, donation, maintain, all those things. We don't have anybody. As you know, volunteer is a good volunteer. It's very hard to get. Of course, everybody says, yeah, I can do that. I can volunteer to update your website, but I have to write and I have to send in and I have to make sure. Then I have to have somebody edit it all that before send to them. So 1 week passed, 1 month passed, 1 year passed, 3 years still don't get any website up to date, right? Yes. So that is very difficult. If somebody come and forward and say, I will take care of the website, I will look at your newsletters, I will take care the everything the electronically, then globally I will take care of that. That's what we need, number one. The secondly, if somebody say yes, I have a skill in library, in teaching English, training, teacher, workshop, all of those things. I can able to help you to organize the workshop in Vietnam and get together and do involve maybe, now we do like 1 or 2 workshops a year. How about we do 4 workshops a year? So that is we also need it. The books and the mobile library. Okay, we now put in like 100 libraries in the school a year. I would like to have 5,000 to school a year. You think that is how many students can read, can learn, can be educated by this? Well, what do we need? We need money to build a library. We need money to buy books. And we need money to deliver to book to the school. And then we need money to do the workshop, the trains, the teachers, the principal, the librarians, the educators, the official, I mean all of that. So they say, wow, this is what we needed, so please come into our district. We did the whole district at time. If 50 schools, we did all 50. If 100 schools, we do all 100. So it's just like you hit one district, one workshop, you go to next district. So how many districts are there in Vietnam, in Cambodia, in Laos, in India, in Africa? That is what we want. We want to globally come and say, hey, we liberate the children who cannot read and write. We bring books to them. We bring them to books. So the founder of the mobile library, she from Thailand, she says, use one book in 100 ways. One ways 100 times. Each times for 100 children. That is what our model. One book you can reuse and reuse for many, many classes in schools. So if we can combine together, that's all we need. Build library boxes that you stock up to 250 from 1st grade to 6th grade. But then you set up in every school, in every villages. Then you can get all those teacher, librarian, principal come and say, this is how you use these books in your classroom. Then they go home and hear the books, hear the knowledge. Now you make them work for the children. I mean, that is all we need. So, but specifically, that is what we need more than volunteer. It doesn't matter how many volunteers you have if you don't have any funding to buy books. Or somebody say, hey, I sponsor 100 libraries, or I sponsor 1 district, 10 districts. the whole town, you know. All of those things we do need. Everybody have a laptops. We can bring global village together in your bedroom, and I can talk to them. I can email them back, and all those things that we can work together to make a difference. It's all up to us. It doesn't matter how much I tell you now what we need and how much we need and all that, but people doesn't want it to help or coming forward what good it do. East Midwest would not be where it is today without first 10 years that I cry my heart out for help. I pray, I vow, I take commitments, I refinance my house, I pawn all my jewelry, I sold my land, you know, all those things. But hey, it's worth it. It makes a difference. Between God and myself, I can happy with Him, and He happy with me. The rest, who care? Nobody know who I am today, and they think on the white, you know, skin and high nose and a blue eye. The behind all this, hey, you know, that is okay too. And so Global Village Foundation just 10 years old, and it needs a lot of milk, and I will stay with it until the end of my day because I enjoy it. I work with young people and meet people with like you and like many other young people that who have lots of energy, who very smart and intelligent and want to do something. Why not help them? Why not work with them? Why not guide them? In a couple of years, they say, I found my own foundation now. Hey, great, you know. You don't have to work in Vietnam. You can work anywhere in the world. And that is the model. And I want to have establish a global village. Just doing that, pull people in globally. And say, this is what we need you to do. We train them, we teach them, we show them the way and send them back where they come from and say, go there and do just like I'm doing here. Then you will be happy with. And that is how I get my happiness and my energy, and you know, this is life. Fed me a lot of vitamins.
On a separate topic.